which GPU is better, Nvidia or AMD. Today we will dive deep into understanding graphic cards and help you to pick the best one for your needs. Hey everyone, welcome back to Techup Yash. If you've been following our PC build series, you will know how important it is to select right component for your custom build. And today we are talking about the most crucial part, that is your graphic card. Whether you are a content creator or a gamer or just building general use PC, choosing the right graphic card can significantly impact your performance. Before we go into the details, a quick shout out to ElecEco. If you are a content creator or a brand looking to elevate your content with top tier video editing, illustration or a web design, ElecEco has you covered. They specialized in helping creators like you to stand out in a crowded digital space. Check the link in the description for more information. You can try their demo also. Alright, so let's start with the basics. A GPU or a graphic processing unit is responsible to rendering images, videos, and animation in your PC. Whether you are playing latest AAA games, editing videos, or even watching a movie, the GPU handles all the heavy lifting related to visuals, but not all the GPUs are created equal. The type of GPU you will need, it depends on what you are trying to do with your PC. Let's break that down, and later we will dive into ongoing battle between Nvidia and AMD. VRAM, the heart of the GPU. Let's talk about VRAM. VRAM or video RAM is what allows your GPU to store textures, frame buffers, and other data. Higher VRAM is crucial for 4K gaming, video rendering, and machine learning tasks. For gaming, 8GB RAM is minimum for modern AAA titles, but for the tasks like 3D rendering or 4K video editing, you will want 12GB, 16GB, or 24GB depending on the scenario. For the VRAM, you can look for the DDR type of the VRAM like DDR5, DDR6. It's graphic related memory, so it is called as GDDR5, GDDR6. Nowadays, card comes with GDDR6 memories, but for the high-end cards like Nvidia's RTX 4090, it comes with GDDR6X memory, which is more faster and more efficient. Next point is core specifications. There are different type of technologies built in inside the cores to enhance some specific task. Like if you want to run an AI task, then some specific part of the cores will be efficiently handle that kind of task. So you can choose depending on what technology has built in and how fast it was. So let's talk about CUDA cores, stream processors, ray tracing cores, and tensor cores. CUDA cores are Nvidia's parallel processors, great for gaming and productivity tasks. Similarly, AMD has same processors called as stream processors, which serves the same purpose. For ray tracing, you will need dedicated ray tracing cores, which will simulate realistic lighting and shadows. Nvidia's RTX card excel here for AI features like DLSS, stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling, while AMD's offer FSR, stands for Fidelity Super Resolution, alternative for DLSS. Now let's talk about clock speed and what is base and what is boost. A GPU clock speed determines how fast it processes data. Each card has base clock speed and boost clock speed. For example, RTX 4070 has base clock of 1920 MHz but boost up to 2500 MHz. During demanding tasks, higher clock speed translates to smoother performance, but keep in mind that cooling and power draw will determine how consistently GPU can maintain that speed. Next point is power requirement and PSU recommendations. Don't overlook your GPU power needs. Every GPU has TDP, which stands for thermal design power, which tells us how much power will required for a GPU to run it on a certain workload. For example, higher end card like RTX 4090 can consume up to 450 watts or more. You will also need a right connector for your GPU like 6-pin, 8-pin, or 12-pin, depending on the card. As for your PSU, aim for one that provide at least 100 watt more than your GPU and CPU TDP combined to ensure the stability. Now let's talk about cooling solutions for GPUs. There are mainly two cooling solutions are available in the market. One which is cooled by air and second one is cooled by liquid. A GPU cooling solution is crucial for your performance and longevity of your GPU. Most of the GPU comes with air cooling solution solutions with single, dual or triple fan systems. Obviously, triple fan solutions will provide best air cooling for higher performance card. For extreme overclocking or silent operation, water-cooled option like Nvidia's Foundry Edition card or aftermarket liquid cooling system might be worth considering. Remember, better cooling means bigger card, so check your case compatibility. Next point is memory bus width and bandwidth. Memory bus width and bandwidth determines how quickly your data is transferred between your GPU and its VRAM. A wider bus, for example 384-bit or 256-bit paired with faster VRAM means smoother performance, especially in high resolution gaming or rendering. High-end card like 7900 boost impressive memory bandwidth for 4K and 8K workloads. Next point is ports and connectivity. Before you buy, check the ports. Most GPU offers HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort 1.4, which support high resolution and refresh rate. Some newer cards also support USB Type-C for VR headset or multi-monitor setup. Ensure your GPU has port for your setup, whether it's a single ultra-wide or triple monitor workstation. Next point is form factor and case compatibility. GPU comes in different sizes and not all will fix in your case. Check the length, height and the thickness of the GPU. Many higher-end cards like RTX 4090 are triple slot monsters, so ensure your case has enough clearance. For smaller cases, consider compact GPUs or even external GPU enclosures, also called as eGPUs, is also an option for you. Next point is features. For example, ray tracing, DLSS and VR readiness. Advanced features like ray tracing and AI upscalers are game changers. Nvidia's RTX card offers both, making them ideal for immersive gaming. AMD's GPUs with FSR also provide excellent performance boost for more competitive price. If you are into VR, ensure your GPU is VR ready for seamless experience. Next point is price and value for performance. At the end, price matters. GPU ranges from budget-friendly options under $300 to high-end monsters like RTX 4090 costing over $1,500. You can compare the benchmarks and see real-world performance to see if the extra cost justifies the gain for your specific needs. Next, we will talk about software, drivers, and overclocking. Nvidia's GeForce Experience and AMD's Radeon software both offer great tools for optimization, updates, and even overclocking. Overclocking can push your GPU further, but be cautious. It increases power draw and heat. So here is the conclusion. Following these points will give you complete breakdown of what to look for when you buy a GPU. If you like to see more information on what is GPU does in PC, like how it works, why they required, or a difference between integrated graphics and dedicated graphics, or why you need more powerful GPU for high-end tasks. If you want more information on this, click on the I button on this side. If you want more information on that, we have created a separate video on that. Check out the description or the I button. Now let's get into the showdown. Nvidia versus AMD. These two companies are competing for years and each companies offer unique advantages. So which one is right for you? Let's talk about Nvidia first. Nvidia known for its high-end performance, especially in games. Many games support and perform better in Nvidia graphic cards. Nvidia comes with the lineup called RTX, which stands for ray tracing. It creates a light effect in a game like a real-life scenario with minimum load on GPU side. Nvidia comes with great driver support, which helps us user to minimize the bugs and minimizes the graphic card crashes. Nvidia comes with DLSS features, which gives better performance in games. Nvidia is also better option for AI and machine learning workloads. If we talk about AMD, they always compare their graphic card with the Nvidia and launch their graphic card in such a way that in the same price range, their graphic card will perform better. In short, they launch their products in a value for money perspective. Their graphic card will perform better in multitasking and you will get a higher memory bandwidth with a lower price point. AMD graphic card will also provide good competitive advantage with relative to Nvidia graphic cards. If you want to compare this kind of GPUs with each other, then this website link will be in the description. You can check that out. As we discussed, Nvidia offers DLSS technology for their gaming. On the AMD side, you will get FSR technology, which stand for Fidelity FX Super Resolution. In simple words, the both technology help you to get better performance in games, or we can say any graphic intensive task. So in the summary of Nvidia versus AMD, Which one is better? Well, it depends on your needs and what prices are in the market right now. And you want absolute best graphics, especially for games that uses ray tracing. Nvidia is usually the go-to. But if you are looking for a balanced competitor between price and performance, also like you like to game a little bit and work for a creative work like video editing or some office related work where you can get a value for money product, you can go with AMD. Now I am going to tell you which graphic card you can choose for your specific needs. Alright, now let's talk about how to choose the right GPU for you. Different kind of tasks require different kind of GPU performance. So let's break it down into three categories: gaming, content creation, and general use. In upcoming section, if I'm going to talk about some specific graphic card model that will be only for reference use, you can go with higher model always if you have that kind of budget. And best graphic card will always depend on what is the current price in the market. So let's get started for the gaming. For the gaming at 1080p resolution at 60 FPS, something like Nvidia's GTX 1660 or AMD's 5600 XT is great. If you are gaming in 1440p or 4K, you can go with Nvidia's RTX 3070 or AMD's RX 6800 card. If you are into competitive gamings like esports games like CSGO or Fortnite, focus on more higher frame rate. And there are many websites which store the data of many graphic card performed on many different games. You can find the links in the description and compare if you are a gamer, which games you like to play on which graphic card and how much FPS will they output. Now let's talk about if you are a content creator, which graphic card you can go with. If you are just starting out with the video editing, you can go with the lower model. But if you are into video editing for a long time and you know the basics and you can utilize that kind of power, then I will suggest you go for Nvidia's 3070 or 3080, which will have at least 8GB or 10GB VRAM. Or you can choose AMD's RX 6800 XT. Both are the good option for experienced video editor or 3D graphic artist. For creators using applications like Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, Nvidia's CUDA core can provide a noticeable performance boost in rendering times. On the other hand, AMD GPU tend to handle multi-threaded tasks better, making them good for multitasking heavy workload. Now let's talk about if your PC build is for general productivity use like web browsing, media consumptions, and light gaming. If you won't need anything too fancy, an entry-level GPU like GTX 1650 or AMD's RX 550 will do the job. If you don't like to invest in separate GPU, you can go with the integrated graphics, which is called APUs. In short, they combined a CPU and GPU in a one package like Ryzen 5 5600G can handle the most daily tasks. So let's talk about final thoughts and recommendations. So to sum it all up, if you are a gamer and want the best visuals with ray tracing, Nvidia's latest RTX cards are tough to beat. But if you are looking for great performance at lower cost, especially for content creation, AMD cards offer serious value. For general use, the choice is less critical. Just make sure your GPU is compatible with rest of your build and you will be fine. My recommendations will be as follows. I will suggest for the best budget gaming GPU, you can go with AMD's RX 6600 or Nvidia's GTX 1660 Super. For the mid-range graphic card for gaming and content creation, you can go with AMD's RX 6800 or Nvidia's RTX 3070. And for the high-end tasks like competitive gaming and best performance, you can go with any Nvidia's latest card like RTX 4090 or AMD's RX 7900 XTX. Alright, that wraps up today's episode of PC Build series. I hope this breakdown will help you to make the right choice when it comes to your GPU. If you have any questions or want to share your GPU picks, drop a comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more tech related videos from Techup Yash. Check out the description for all the links related to these videos and don't forget to watch next upcoming videos on PC Build series where we talk about more essential components about your PC build. Thanks for watching.